What's poppin', losers? It's your boy D Dynamite here, man, and I'm coming at you with somewhat of a rant video. Alright? I'm going to address a few things here, and let me just say first and foremost, if you're a Pac fan, you might want to jump the fuck out the car before it gets too bumpy. Or just go ahead and dislike the video immediately, because this shit ain't going to agree with you. But I'm going to address a few things here, man. I want to talk about a few things. Get some shit off my chest. Anyway, man, let me go into it, man. Let me go into this shit. So, of course, I'm doing this video to talk about Manny Pacquiao, my post-fight thoughts. But before I talk about that, let me just say something. All right? Of course, I support Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, Terrence Crawford, dudes like that. I support them off the rip because they're fellow African people. They're my fellow African people. Okay? So I support them right off the rip. For the people that have a problem with that, fuck y'all. Because nobody has a problem when Mexicans support people from Mexico. Nobody has a problem with our Puerto Ricans supporting the Puerto Rico. Nobody has a problem with that shit. Nobody has a problem with a Russian supporting a Russian, but people get all butthurt when people of African descent support other people of African descent. Alright, so let me get that shit out the way, point blank, period. I support these dudes because they're my fellow people of African descent. Okay? And for the other people of African descent who purposefully hate on their fellow people of African descent, let me just say you're not making life easier for yourself by hating on your fellow people of African descent. It just gives people more leeway to do it themselves. So you make yourself look stupid. All right? So now that that shit all out the way, and by the way, you don't see Mexican people throwing other Mexican people to the wolves, do you? Nigga, but you see that shit with black people. But anyway, aside from that, let's talk about this fight. Let's talk about how this fight was a complete and utter domination from round 1 to round 12. Okay? Floyd Mayweather controlled the pace of the fight. The only success that Manny Pacquiao had during this fight is when Floyd Mayweather was resting and he was able to let off some shots at Floyd Mayweather's guard. But other than that, Pacquiao didn't do anything. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. But why didn't he do shit? Why? Because you know the excuses are flowing. You know they're flowing like water right now. You know they're coming. It was my shoulder. I had shoulder injury. You know the excuses are coming out the ass. All right? You just know it. But you want me to tell you why he didn't do shit? Because he felt that right hand. He felt that counter right hand that he was getting blasted with all night long. All right? Every time Pacquiao tried to be aggressive, he got blasted with a right hand. Every single time. All right? And for the times that he didn't, he was thinking about it. And you know what else he was thinking about? Juan Manuel Marquez. And it was very obvious during that fight that he let off the trigger so many times because he had Marquez. He had visions of Marquez in his head, along with that counter right hand of Mayweather's. I think Manny's worst fear after going through that fight was getting knocked out again. You know, he didn't want to get knocked out again, which I understand. You know, and you know what, man? You know, I think it was Boxing Ego that said this. Shout out to Boxing Ego. He said that whether Manny Pacquiao gets knocked out or not depends on Manny Pacquiao. Okay, it depends on how aggressive he wanted to be tonight. Okay, so to start off the shitty excuses, to answer them, Okay? Why wasn't he more aggressive? Because he would have got knocked out. That's why. Had he had been more aggressive, he would have got knocked out. Point blank, period. All right? This fight, to me, had shades of Oscar De La Hoya versus Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather versus Ricky Hatton. Okay? Oscar De La Hoya was a prime example of him being aggressive early and him taking punishment as the fight went on, getting gassed. All right? And then not being aggressive later on in the fight, kind of surviving later on in the fight, and losing a split decision, even though, in my opinion, it should have been a unanimous decision, but losing a split decision. Ricky Hatton, in Ricky Hatton's case, all right, came on real strong, real aggressive, started getting clipped with right hands, started getting clipped with counter shots over and over and over again, but Ricky Hatton decided he was going to go for broke. Something that your boy Manny Pacquiao was too scared to do. That's right, I'm saying it. He was too frightened to go for broke. He thought about Marquez. He had visions of Juan Manuel Marquez, so he was too scared to go for broke. So you know what he did? He hung back. He played it safe. Followed Mayweather around the ring without cutting the ring off. And just got picked apart. Which is what Mayweather does to most of his opponents. But the bottom line is, he got completely and utterly outboxed. And now we know who was avoiding who for all these years. Now we know who's the best. This fight needed to happen. There's a lot of people that were sour about this fight happening. Sour motherfuckers about this fight. Oh, it should have happened 5 years ago. Oh, this fight needed to happen because it needed to tell these, I don't know, fanboy motherfuckers. Exactly. This fight needed to happen because it needed to paint the picture for all you slow motherfuckers as to who's the best of this era. Okay? Because for some reason there was a lot of people that thought it was Manny Pacquiao. I don't know why, but that's what they believed. So we found out yesterday, and that's why this fight was important. That's why people paid to watch this fight. That's why we needed to know. That's why this fight needed to happen. So people can know without a shadow of a doubt who's the best of this era, man. So we found out yesterday, man. Thank God for that shit. Okay? Thank God. Now, with that aside, man, let's talk about this interview, man. I thought I won the fight. I think I win. It didn't do nothing. I think I win the fight. I was aggressive. I think I win. Boo! Boo! Boo this motherfucker off the stage, man. This motherfucker know good and goddamn well he did not win no motherfucking fight. Okay? Stop playing yourself. I hope you don't believe that shit. If you do, you are one delusional motherfucker. Because you did not win this fight. Very obvious to anyone who watched it that you did not win the fight. Okay? Now, later on, they tried to retract their statements. Oh, you know, okay, maybe I have to watch the tape of the fight. I have to watch it later on. But now we got this new shit about a fucking shoulder. All right? To fast forward. Now, if you got a fucking shoulder problem, if your shoulder is so bad, all right, why not postpone the fight? All right? Why not come out of the fight with a shoulder injury? Why would you wait until after you lose to talk about your shoulder? Huh? This is the first I'm hearing about a shoulder. What? So you couldn't inject? So you couldn't get a shot approved by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. You couldn't get your shot, your fix, or whatever it is that you're taking. Now you have a shoulder injury that got in the way, that inhibited you from throwing punches. Even though it looked to me like you were throwing punches just fine. I mean, you look punch friendly. You wasn't hitting shit, but you was punch friendly than a motherfucker. But the average fan is supposed to sit back and believe this bullshit. And to make things worse, well, not necessarily worse, but to take things a step further, man, you guys, let Floyd Mayweather have come in and said, oh, Manny Pacquiao won, because, my shoulder. Y'all would have booed this motherfucker off the stage, man. So the double standard that exists in boxing, man, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Call it straight down the middle or don't call it at all. Shut the fuck up and let people who know about boxing talk about boxing. All right? You silly motherfuckers who don't do anything but regurgitate the same bullshit that you hear simple-minded motherfuckers talk about, who are either just simple-minded or who are pushing some sort of bullshit agenda. You fucking sheeple. I mean, if you don't know about it, don't talk about it, motherfucker. Formulate your own opinion, if that's what it is. Anyway, man, I mean, I found that to be disgraceful on Manny Pacquiao's behalf. I feel like he's trying to discredit Mayweather from his win by announcing some bullshit shoulder injury. That's just disgraceful on behalf of Team Pacquiao. Let me be politically correct and say Team Pacquiao. All right? Even though they represent Manny Pacquiao, but let me just say Team Pacquiao. It's disgraceful on their behalf. And it's disgraceful for Manny Pacquiao to go up there on that fucking ring in that interview and say he thought he won the fight. Disgraceful. Let Floyd Mayweather have done that shit. Y'all would have booed his ass out the motherfucking stage. Out of the motherfucking MGM Grand. So, I mean, come on with all this bullshit, man. I don't want to hear no shitty excuses about no shoulder. And you know what, man? It's not even just disrespectful to Floyd Mayweather. It's disrespectful to the fans that pay all that money to watch your ass fight. It's disrespectful to hear that your ass wasn't at 100%. It's disrespectful for them. To people that pay $100 pay-per-view to watch you fight, it's disrespectful for you to sit up there and say you had a shoulder injury. My shoulder bothered me. I have a shoulder. I can punch. It's disrespectful for you to get up there and say that shit. I don't want to hear about no soldier. I don't want to hear about no motherfucking shoulder injury. You got beat fair and square. You lost. Admit that you lost. The only thing I want to hear you say is, I lost the fight. He was the better fighter for today. He win. He is the best TBE. That's what I want to hear your ass say, Manny Pacquiao. All right? I'm not really going to be fully happy with your ass until you do that. Point blank period. All right? Point blank period. I ain't going to be happy until I hear your ass do that. Okay? All these excuses and all this bullshit, it don't do nothing but tarnish your brand and make you look fucking bad. And anybody who backs that bullshit coming out of your mouth, fuck them. I ain't even got no other words for them, but fuck them, because that's some bullshit. Anyway, Freddie Roach, like every other trainer, like every other fighter that steps into the ring with Floyd Mayweather, they realize they're several levels below Floyd Mayweather. All right? And there was just too much bullshit in this fight to ignore. This whole good versus evil bullshit narrative that people want to fucking push. Oh, now good versus evil. God will deliver him to me. God will deliver him. Shut the fuck up. God delivered you a L, motherfucker. I don't like that. I take that shit personal when you push some bullshit fucking narrative, good versus evil. The hate that Floyd Mayweather gets is just ridiculous, man. The hate is just fucking just ridiculous. For what? What is the hate so strong for? Because he believes he's the best? What, because he shows money? That means all the hate? Now you get hate because you believe you the best? All these people talking about how he making legacy claims. What the fuck? He believes he the best. And I'm going to do another video about that. Because the people that say that they don't like Floyd Mayweather because he makes false legacy claims, that's a bullshit excuse to just not like Floyd Mayweather. It's just fucking straight hate at the end of the day. Because if you're competing, you're supposed to believe you're the best. You're supposed to believe that you're top dog. God damn it. Whether everybody else believes it or not, that's up to them. But me, myself, I believe I'm the best. Otherwise, why am I competing? Why? What the fuck am I doing if I don't believe I'm the best? What am I trying to prove? That I'm average? That I'm okay? I can contend? That's what I'm trying to prove? No, I'm trying to prove that I'm the best. So you're supposed to say you're the best. Fuck all that bullshit ass excuse ass to hate. That's all it is, hate. I'm just fine. You know, I feel a sense of relief now that this fight is over. Even though people are going to continue to talk shit and spread hate, now all I got to do is say, Mayweather, nigga. And guess what? You can't say shit because your boy lost. The boy that you was pushing to beat Mayweather for all these years lost. Decisively. He didn't do shit. He went in there and he didn't do shit. Like I told you, he wasn't going to do shit. The smaller guy, shorter arms, can't fight on the inside with Floyd. Can't fight on the outside with Floyd. Not bad defense, but defense not as good as Floyd. He was completely outmatched in every category. Speed, timing, ring generalship, all right? Ring IQ, outclassed, could not adjust. Continued to do the same shit he does in every single motherfucking fight. Y'all want to talk about this man is the best? You know what? Even if Pacquiao would have beat Floyd, I still wouldn't have called him the best in this era. Marquez beat the man 4 times. I still believe that shit. So if Marquez beat him, wouldn't that mean Marquez is the best? I don't, you know what, man? You know, I'm so glad this fight is over, man. I'm glad this fight is over. Pacquiao got an L. I don't want to hear no shitty ass excuses. Fuck the L bullshit. You lost, motherfucker. Chill out with all that fucking excuse shit. Take the L. Alright, move on with your career. Maybe you can fight Amir Khan later on this year, which I think that you should do. Fight Amir Khan. That would be a very entertaining fight. Y'all motherfuckers need to give credit where credit is due. Admit that y'all lost. I'm tired of the bullshit games that y'all like to play with the media, that y'all like to play with the public. Alright? You misleading them, giving them bad information. Alright? Alright, all to benefit your guy Manny Pacquiao, who in my opinion got beat by Tim Bradley in the first fight. Alright? Tim Bradley beat him in the first fight. Alright, came out the second fight trying to knock Manny Pacquiao out for God knows why. Alright? I don't know why he didn't fight Pacquiao like how he fought him in the first fight. But he came out the second fight trying to knock him out. Alright, got an injury in the middle of the fight and ended up losing, to me, was somewhat of a close fight. But a clear victory by Manny Pacquiao. Okay? The dude, Manny Pacquiao, to me, is a very good fighter. Okay, but he has his shortcomings. All right, he came out last night. He got beat. All right, he got beat. The only thing, the gentlemanly thing for him to do is to accept his loss graciously. All right, All this other fuck shit, and then the promotion building up to the fight, this good versus evil shit. This shit needs to stop, man. It really does. Anyway, man, that's all I gotta say. Your boy D Dynamite, I'm out this bitch.